says that women apostles are not there, you are destroying your own identity to Christ.
Come on now.
Because the very first words of Christ being risen has been through woman. Even before that, the woman who was sitting with Jesus amongst all the people, taking care of his feet. He said, this day, this woman's memorial will be remembered. So not only has there been women apostles, but the first thing Jesus mentioned as far as a memorial for all time was the act of a woman.
He didn't memorialize any men.
All thing the men did was get upset while the women are there. So the same spirit,
Still happening today.
the same spirit in the unregenerated disciples, particularly Judas, who dealt with the money and didn't want nothing to do with this woman wasting this money, is the same spirit in the evangelical church today who say a woman can't lead. If women couldn't lead, Jesus would not talk to them. If women couldn't lead, Jesus would not say, go and tell them I am risen.
I'm about to throw my phone at you.
The ones who denied Jesus, who didn't believe it, was the men sitting there hiding their little tails out in the cave. So while the women were out there going forth, sharing the things about this man of color who was risen again in the midst of tyranny and white supremacy, as I would say, was his messengers were women.
Come on.
So that's a little sidewalk.
Preach, Pastor!
We need to understand, re-educate. We need to be re-educated. We need to be re-educated. We need to understand the truth by the Spirit, not the wisdom of this world. Because even in the textbooks, they don't even know what Martin Luther King has done.
Right.
Then what was his occupation? Or was he this or that? The man was a preacher.
And
His indictment was with the white church, who let all this injustice go on, and you were silent. Anyway, let's keep moving here with the Lord. The Lord says, there is an unrelenting diplomacy that will arise in God's chosen. You will be scoffed at. You will be hissed at. You will be confronted. You will be attempted to be intimidated. But you will not back down.
Come on, say that again. Unrelenting. What's that?
You will not be scoffed at. You will not be hissed at. You will be hissed at. You will be confronted. You will be intimidated. But you will not back down. Because the angels of the Lord are going to go before you around the camp. The dream that God gave me is right here. Oh my God. You will unseat offices and administrations proclaiming Jesus, but have sold out to darkness. Exposure of dark symptoms will be at an all-time high. And their kleptomaniac tendencies, for those who don't know what kleptomaniac means, it means those who are mentally ill with a strong urge to steal what they don't need. That's a kleptomaniac. I'll say it again. Those who are mentally ill with a strong urge and desire to steal what they don't need. Why are you going to people's house, breaking the doors down, taking all their stuff? Why are you in an armored tank breaking down the door of a house that you think that someone suspects something's going on there? Why are you taking people's cars? Why are you taking people's jobs? For no reason. Because you're a kleptomaniac. You're mentally ill. And God has He's a healer. So He will heal you of your mental illness if you come to Him. And this is where God wants me to close this out at. Praise God. We'll stop here. God says that Saul was a king that God didn't want. God did not want Saul as king. If you read 1 Samuel chapter 8, you will see that God says that, okay, prophet, all the leaders come to you. the church had a meeting, you know, in the Congress of the Assembly of the time, and said, we need a president, or we need a king. They never had no king. And God says, tell them, I'll give you this, but because you reject me, so you can have this. But let me tell you, God said what a king will be. A king warned, the prophet was to warn the people, if you want a king, the king will make your children slaves. The children will take the king will take your property. The king will use your stuff for his own pleasure. In the end, the king will make you a slave. So in essence, you look at slavery as it happened in the United States, with God's name on it, was the out of rejection of God's will. And even this Saul that they had, he hunted after David, God's ordained king. There's something God had me put on my media yesterday on Life Nation page. You'll see it. The first thing that he had to do was go chase for these asses that were missing, these donkeys. So when this king comes after your donkeys, just let you know, and that donkey is a beast of burden, original beast of burden that carries your burdens. So when the king comes around to take your burden carrying things away from you, what you going to do? When a king who is so self-absorbed and vindictive because you seem to get more attention than he gets, and he sends a whole army after you, what are you going to do? It sounds too much like today. A small-minded, vindictive person who sends out legions of armies in situations that is not even necessary because they can't stand it. Because they have to be great. God says, I am protecting your legacy. So receive the word of the Lord today. And I got one more thing before I close. We get a homework assignment. I'll give you homework. I'm going to be a teacher like Pastor Shante. I want you to read Amos chapter 9, and even on live stream, Amos chapter 9, verse 11 through 15, and we'll come back next week. Give God a big hand clap. Hallelujah. Give God some understanding. Give God some glory today. Hallelujah.
I just wonder, there are two scriptures that came, if I could share.
Yes, and come on, Pastor. Doctor.
Let's see. Isaiah, you mentioned Isaiah 61. I just, when you said that, the Lord really strongly put it on my heart.
Come on up here and share with us today. Praise God. We're a team ministry. Amen.
Two quickies.
Hallelujah.
Let's come back here, Isaiah. You talked about that we're going to get it back, and I just couldn't go past this. It says, verse Isaiah 61:7, instead of your shame, you shall have double honor, double portion, and also a double recompense.
Amen.
So when he's talking about recompense, God is recompensing what has been taken from you.
Amen.
That's what I really heard when you said that. Instead of confusion, they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land, they shall possess double. Everlasting joy shall be theirs.
Amen. Everlasting joy.
Everlasting joy. This is the everlasting covenant he gave us. But that was the big one that he said that he's talking about recompense.
Amen.
God is going to give us back that. And the last thing that you just said about the woman, and this is a warning. It says, husbands likewise dwell with them with understanding, giving honor to the wife as the weaker vessel. That doesn't mean weaker in spirit.
Right.
It just means physically weaker.
Physical, yes.
But God says, and as being heirs together with the grace of life, that your prayers may not be hindered.
Amen.
So that's what you were talking about.
Amen. Praise God. So give God, Dr. Scott, a hand for that. We're going to praise God. Let's all stand and give God some glory right now. Pastor Shante, you come on up here and I feel, anybody enjoy the word today?
Yes.
Y'all enjoy this word today? I really received from the Lord. And I thank God for all that He's doing. And we'll have the prophet come in and close us out with some prayer. And we want to pray for all of y'all today. Praise the Lord. Amen. Hallelujah. Bless the Lord Jesus. Bless the Lord. Bless the Lord.
I thank God for the word on today. I know it was a hard word, but it's not hard if you want to be righteous. It's not hard if you want to do what is right before God and mankind. It's like, for some reason, we forget that other part. You know, we say, I want to love the Lord with all my heart and all my soul and all my strength. And I want to run through, you know, fields of sunflowers, and I want to hear the choir singing. But then we leave out and love your neighbor as yourself. It didn't say your neighbor was going to look like you. It didn't even say your neighbor was going to believe like you. But he said, love your neighbor as yourself. And so part of what I believe is, as Pastor has said, part of what our nation has to do is we have to examine, have we been doing that? And when it's evident that we haven't, then we have to be honest enough with ourselves to say, there needs to be repentance.
Amen.
You cannot have revival. You cannot even have reform without repentance. And pastors, you went forth today. I will probably send the link, or maybe we have some time, let you all see it. But there's another pastor within the last probably 24 to 36 hours. He's put out several videos. A white pastor out of Chicago, with some of the same exact things that Pastor Robert shared. And he's coming from the perspective of the white pastor and God saying, white America has to deal with these things. We can no longer put it under the bushel. We can no longer ignore it. It has to be dealt with. And he specifically said some of the judgments was that God was coming for the inheritance of the land.
Amen.
He said specifically that God was going to deal with our pride in taking other people's land. And so it is a word that the Lord is releasing, and those who can hear him, he that has an ear to hear, let the Spirit hear what the Spirit is saying. So at this time we're going to go into prayer, and we're going to go into prayer. And then we'll do some individual ministry, yes, as you all need. Heavenly Father, we just thank you, Lord, for your goodness. Thank you for your grace today. Thank you for your loving kindness